Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here.
Jacob here, meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel, Jane Lorenzo.
Wait, what did you say?
Jane Lorenzo.
Have a good one.
You guys better subscribe and watch my friend on his YouTube channel. He is kicking ass.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my weekly review of Van Helsing on Syfy, which was Season 3, Episode 6, called Like Suicide. So yeah, I had a long day, a good day. I went to the Comic-Con in Grand Rapids. I already shared a video with Anastasia Baranova from Z Nation. I will be doing a video on my overall convention experience, either late tonight or maybe sometime tomorrow, within the next couple days anyway. So I am fairly tired, but I made it home just in time to watch both Z Nation and especially Van Helsing live, which I'm happy to do because I work pretty much every Friday, but I had put it in for this one also so I could go to the convention, and I was happy to come back and be able to help contribute just a teeny bit to the ratings for this week's episode of Van Helsing, which I hope keep upticking or at least stabilize, because this show is damn good and I want it to keep going. I enjoy Winona Earp, but if Winona Earp's going to a fourth season, please give Van Helsing a fourth season too. But yeah, this is a pretty good episode. Of course, the main aspect of it, or the main culmination of it, is Vanessa confronting the Ba. And we'll talk more about that in a few minutes, but I liked her, traveling with, I forget his name, but the guy, the sort of wrestler that had helped them out in the city before. And she almost lashes out with him, with when she's feeding and stuff like that. And you can tell that maybe, this is giving her sort of like a rush, but as she said a few episodes ago, it's actually, part of it actually begins to like it. So maybe this could cause her to lose control, and that could turn into a whole, slaughterfest or something like that. But she felt like she needed to build herself up to be able to face this elder vampire, which is probably true. But I could see that storyline going the other way as well. And besides that, we had some really interesting stuff happening in Denver, at the Outpost. I know there's another name for it, but I said Outpost for now. Especially between, of course, Flasher, Phil, and, of course, Alex Paunovic and Julius. And that was pretty good as well. It's probably like the acting highlight of this episode was honestly Vincent Gale, his performance as Phil in this. Seeing him go on stage and literally, blow his brains out was, pretty kind of rough to see, after him describing what he did to his, wife and his kids and everything, and how that eventually led to him sort of melting down and then actually jumping, from the roof. It's just hard to actually just see something like that just straight up. And he really got lost and felt for him, and his mental state sort of bubbling up again because of his experiences. And Vincent Gale, again, great job with it, but I can't say I enjoyed watching it past that. So is Flesh, is he dead at this point now? Because he did regenerate the bullet to his head, but maybe this is too much mass, overall damage with him landing the way he did for that to regenerate at all. I don't know. If that is, that's a depressing end, but maybe realistic that people will be driven that far in this world, which has probably already happened with other people you don't know about. But yeah, that was something. Axel's also heading there now to try and get the troops there, so I could see them, converging, getting there successfully, and, reuniting with Julius, Doc and the others. And, with Doc and her, interest, I'm sorry, I forget her name, I don't mean to, but it's been a long day. We see them experimenting more with these, injections and stuff like that. The rat, eats and splits the other one in half, and we see after they're trying to inject, her with it, she starts sort of lashing out and sort of almost going after Doc. So I'm sure that'll be a plot point going forward as well. Now, as far as the Vanessa and Elder confrontation, as Axel is being held captive, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it definitely had some pretty smooth-looking choreography to it. I mean, I think it was shot fairly well. It wasn't as big of a fight as I thought it was going to be, though. I mean, I expected a little bit more difficulty, but Vanessa actually ended up killing her fairly easily, I want to say, although... of course, Axel got loose and sort of, stabbed her from behind and everything. And then again, it just maybe shows how powerful or strong Vanessa can be, when charged up the way she was. And, again, we're starting to see a potential, price for that. And so, yeah, it's 2 down, 2 more to go. And we see Vanessa's plan with Scarlet here, going off. They're actually going to get take these totems and free the Dark One themselves and then kill them. Just to put an end to it, which you might think is initially kind of stupid. Okay, so they're going to actually release the Dark One themselves. That doesn't sound like a good idea, which it probably won't be. But we knew the Dark One was going to get released somehow, some way. And, I sort of get the idea of Vanessa just storyline to nip it in the butt, just kick it in the ass and just take care of themselves. So it's probably going to happen anyway. So I get the mentality there. Scarlet and Axel also do share a nice little moment together, with Scarlet not wanting him to go because she needs him. But again, Axel has a point, saying that they need him more than Vanessa and her do at this point, with what they're trying to accomplish. Because pretty much this whole squad here could be wiped out by like a character like Sam or someone if they came along. So you definitely need at least Axel to give them some kind of fighting chance. But like I said, I think they definitely will make it to Denver and sort of hook up again with Julius and Doc and everything and sort of bring them together again a little bit more into the season. But yeah, so overall this is a pretty good episode. Not the highlight of the season, but that's keeping it going fine enough. And so I'm giving it about an 8.8, 8.9 out of 10. And like I said, please watch this live if you can, or at the very least tweet about it the day of. Do something like that, because the show really deserves to go on. I say it every week, I'm going to keep saying it every week. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.